said, Brenda, I'm gonna sell your car. And she said, that's fine. And I didn't sell it at that time. And we've taken her to doctors and the neurosurgeon, and they got her on some medication. And it's just like a miracle. She bounced back, and she was my sister Brenda, like she's always been. And she came to me and said, man, I don't want to sell my car. I said, Brenda, you're probably gonna never drive again. She hadn't driven in a year. And she said, but I'm doing so much better, and I may be able to drive, so y'all don't have to come over here and take care of me. And I couldn't take that hope and that drive and motivation for her. And I told her I would not sell that car. But I watched all she was going through day in and day out. And it broke my heart. But I felt fantastic when she bounced back, and her neighbors even said, man, she listens to you. She's motivated when you come around. And so I tried to come around real often, and all of a sudden she went downhill, and my brother-in-law called me, and I got there, and if I hadn't got in there dead, she would quit breathing. They had to breathe for her, called 911, they had to breathe for her on the way, they immediately put her on a ventilator. And I called the doctor at Savannah, the landmark hospital, and about DNR, talked to the family, and David was there when he came in to talk. And David went ahead and signed the DNR. And then the doctor told me, y'all need to do just a pull her off life support. That's a tough decision. But he said, if you can't survive tracheotomy surgery, the dialysis surgery, she won't with her weakness, she would not progress. She would probably die through those. So, it was just all of a sudden she was great, motivated, my old sister, and then dying, and those are tough decisions to make. But I watched her the whole time, going through it. And I got high hopes when she got back on her feet. I was thankful to God that when I got there, she was not already dead. That we at least tried to give her a chance. There was a lot I could say, and I did get very emotional talking about it.
I'm just going to share one story with you. When Brenda came down to see me down in Naples, Florida, and I had all 40 kids. That's all she wanted in life, to have, get married and have kids, and she never did. And she came down at Christmas, and she had, played Christmas Santa Claus. She said that was the highlight of her life. She said she'll never forget that long as she does. Because she always wanted kids, and she got to feel that feel. But anyway, we love it, and thank you all for coming.
Brenda's last words that she left to me was, I love you. She was, couldn't speak. She tried. And I said, yeah, well, you got tears running through it. I said, just, I love you too. And I said, it's between you and God. And Brenda chose to go on with God. And I'm so thankful that she did. She's had a hard life, a lonely life at times. I spoke to Brenda at least no more than every 3 weeks for my entire life in Statesville. And when I moved back, I'd call her every 2 to 3 weeks religiously. And it was always nice to hear her voice. And the week before she went in the hospital, I'd call her, and she said, hey, you. She says, I'm glad to hear your voice. And we were just sitting there talking, ended up getting off the phone with her now. I had a few things to do, and then called her back Friday. She was fine. And then all of a sudden, I got a call that she was in the hospital and about her heart. But Brenda will always be my big little sister. She is, it's always different, you know, when you're sitting around the family and you're the tallest in the family. I've got my baby sister over here, Patricia, and my older sister is the other bookend, Linda. And I think the world of them. And Brenda was always there. You call, she would answer the phone. And never been a moment. But I'd like to say that God doesn't answer spirituality. She'll be here against.